Cancer, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Your person's energy, the Five of Wands in reverse. They're viewing you as the Sun, Leo energy. What you're not seeing is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. And the final outcome is something here that's going to shock you. All right. And we see the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Cancer, is that a lot of you are feeling like this is a missed opportunity, or there's been some sort of major issue with timing, you know, like right person, wrong time. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you're definitely feeling a bit drained right now, financially, physically. You may not be feeling like the best version of yourself. I also see with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, some of you may not be quite giving to this connection. Now, I feel like if you're speaking to this person or they're seeing you around, you're being polite, you're holding back, you're being kind, but I can definitely see like you're not offering a whole lot of depth here to this person. All right, and again, maybe because you feel like something's off balance, maybe because you're not sure if this is a missed opportunity. I do think you're like keeping up appearances, but not in like a shallow way, but really kind of, you know, trying your best to be in high spirits while you kind of get your bearings, while you ground. And we see the Ten of Treasure in reverse. Yeah, trying to figure out what it is that you really want here. Some of you, you're not quite in union with this person, or you're maybe in separation. Some of you, you're just kind of dating this person, but you may have pulled back because you felt like there was something that was imbalanced, or you were starting to feel a bit drained here. All right, you're viewing them as the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy. So you may feel like this person was being unfair, or like they weren't really pulling their weight. You may also have, you know, it does feel like you may be mirroring this person in a sense, where you felt like they were acting a little bit aloof, or they weren't going deep with you. So it kind of feels like you're meeting them there, right? Like you're pulling back your energy. You're not up for, you know, doing all the emotional labor here. All right, and the connection, Empress energy in reverse. See, Taurus and Libran energy coming through strong here, Cancer. But what I feel is like this connection kind of feels like it's not in alignment with you right now. Or like your worth and your value here wasn't being honored. Your person, the Seven of Pearls in reverse. But I'm kind of getting this message, Cancer, that for a lot of you, you just started meeting this person where they were meeting you. And it's exposing a gap. It's exposing someone not putting in the time and effort that they really need to. All right, so we see an awakening. You're getting to know who you truly are on a soul level. Take things slow as you begin to shift the way you interact with the world around you. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're having a bit of an awakening here about this connection. Or you've learned enough lessons, Cancer, where you're in this energy of like, I'm not going to be the one that's always overgiving. You know, I'm not going to be the one that's going to drag someone across the finish line here. I'm going to meet this person where they're meeting me, and then we're going to see, is that enough? And I actually feel like that your person's probably going through an awakening as well. So you're in the making. You're entering a new reality, opening up to new levels of you and where your best self exists. It's your time to shine, so don't hold anything back. Yeah, I do feel that way. I feel like a lot of my Cancers, you're really kind of stepping into your power. Even if you're not feeling particularly powerful at this moment, I think a lot of you, you're looking back and you're like, wow, you know, 6 months ago, I probably wouldn't have acted this way. Like some of you, you're not even recognizing your own strength and power. Others of you, you are. You're opening up to these new levels of you and where your best self exists, and you're not going to dim your light, or you're not going to shrink for anybody, is kind of what I'm getting. And accept your blessings. Believe that the door of abundance is waiting for you. The clearer the goals, the quicker you'll get there. Yeah, I do. I think you're seeing clearly. You know your worth and your value. You know what you deserve. And I think you believe this is what you do, not this connection necessarily, but like you know what you deserve in a relationship. And I think you're very clear about what you want. And I feel like Spirit's saying the more clear you are, the quicker things happen for you. And so it's like you're not wishy-washy. You're not unclear about what you want or how you want to be treated. And I'm kind of getting an energy here, Cancer, of this person's waking up to that. All right? Because we see a bright future ahead. There are no limits to what you can have. Believe in your dreams and success will follow. All right? So there may be a bright future for you in this connection, or it could be just you, because you're really in this very high vibrational energy. Cancers, I do want to apologize. I'm a little bit, I'm not congested. I'm a little bit nasally. I was struggling with almost like I felt like I was getting a migraine earlier, and like I had a kind of a tension headache all day. So sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it makes makes me sound a little bit congested. I don't know if it's the medicine or whatever, but I do apologize. I'm not getting sick though. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because I'm sure it's coming through in the recording. Your person, 5 of Wands energy in reverse. This person wants stability. And I think also because of the way you're behaving, Cancer, they're realizing they don't want conflict with you. They want reunion or union, or they want to heal conflict. They want to focus their energy on you. The 8 of Pearls. Yeah, walking away. And we see the 2, making a decision. Like, I think this person's realizing that they want something serious here with you. And I also think maybe they've slightly turned their back on this connection, or they were acting like they were, and they're realizing, holy shit, this is actually not what I want. This is not what I want to do. This is not someone or something I want to turn my back on. And I do think that they're making a decision here, Cancer, to invest. And Judgment card, yeah. And now the Judgment card could be this person's worried that there isn't a second chance, or that you've already kind of, stopped caring. When the empath stops caring, people really, really feel that. And I'm kind of getting that message here. I kind of also think this person's not trusting their judgment about the way they acted or the way they behaved or what they're actually walking away from. Now, we do have the Leo-Aquarius axis. Somebody here could have a North Node in that sign. It's also a sign for me as a reader, personally, that this is a strong soulmate connection. This person is seeing you as the Sun card showing up in reverse. So they may have a good read on you, Cancer, like you're being kind, you're being optimistic, but they also know that there's some tension beneath the surface. And they also know that you may be acting a little bit superficial, but not, and I don't want you to take that critically. I mean that like literally, like you're keeping things kind of surface level if you're communicating with this person while you figure things out. Or, you're going out, you're doing things, you're showing up, but like not as your full self, your full vibrant self is what I'm getting. This person's paying attention, Cancer. Ace of Wands, they're very physically attracted to you. All right. Ace of Spears, this person absolutely wants to communicate. They want a fresh start with you. And again, it doesn't have to be a reconciliation. I mean, it could be somebody you went on 1 date with or 2 dates with or something. Okay, and the Ace of Treasure in reverse, yeah. But they're also really worried they've missed an opportunity. I think this person has regret and remorse. I think this person, Cancer, is also realizing they may have missed an opportunity. There's potential for something solid, stable, and secure. And I don't know if they just didn't really act right, or they didn't act when necessary, or they kind of acted like they didn't care very much. And now you're meeting them in that energy and they're realizing, whoa, that's not what I want. This person is emotionally intelligent. They're intuitive. They're holding back, but they're looking at all the details. They're reading you, Cancer. I think they have a good read on you. They know that, like, again, you're being kind. You're being, you're probably communicating, but kind of not like before. All right, Hanged Man energy, and some of you not at all, right? We see the Three of Treasure. They're looking back. They're seeing that you're compatible. They see that they want to work with you. Four of Pearls in reverse. This person wants to open up. They want to see you again. They want reunion. They may not have been making themselves emotionally available here to you, Cancer. Okay, and I don't know if they were playing games or they were being protective of themselves, but the High Priestess energy, yeah, this person may even be getting readings about you, or they're getting a lot of intuitive hits about you, about this connection. Be prepared to be surprised. The Star card in reverse. I think there's a Tower moment here. You might not be sure about the future, but I think this is coming back around. I think this person is stuck on you. With the Six of Wands, victory. Pay attention, a lot of repeating numbers. All right, a lot of aces, and we also see double sixes. And we see the Hierophant energy in reverse. This person is coming back around for victory. The Hierophant energy in reverse now obviously can indicate some of you, you're not going to move this towards a higher level of commitment. But for a lot of you, I feel like because they're changing up codes of conduct, that's what I'm hearing with the Hierophant in reverse. They know that something has to change. They can't act the way they were acting. That's not going to attract you. In fact, it's going to push you away. And in fact, they're going to lose something serious here. We see the Hermit card, your person, Virgo energy, strong Taurus and Virgo energy, strong Cancer, Pisces energy, Aries, Scorpio, if I didn't say that, Leo energy here. But with the Hermit card, Virgo energy, this person's doing a lot of introspection. You've kind of made them flip a switch here, Cancer. Okay. All right, let's see what we need to know about this person. What do we need to know about this person? What do my Cancers need to know about this person? They're taking notes. I told you. They are paying attention to you, your words, your actions, your behaviors. All right. Yep. They're paying attention to you. They know what you're up to. They know where you go. And eye candy. Now, eye candy can be a bit of a superficial energy. Again, and what I'm getting is they're very attracted to you. We saw that with the Ace of Wands. But eye candy is also telling me that they're probably they were keeping things kind of superficial with you where you wanted to go deeper, or it was time to go deeper. But I also feel like now that you're matching their energy, they're taking notes, they're paying attention. They may even be feeling a little bit jealous here about you. I want marriage. I think this is this person, Cancer, wanting connection with you, wanting union with you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, yep, they've been emotionally guarded. It feels like they were withholding here. They're health conscious. Okay, so maybe some of you, they've been working on their health, their wellness, exercising, and they're motivated. Yeah, I think this person's kind of getting motivated here, Cancer, to come towards you in a bit of a stronger, healthier energy. And we see this Judgment card coming out in reverse again. I think they're realizing that they didn't act right, or that they're not trusting their judgment about, how they acted, how they behaved. Let's see what this person wants to say to you, Cancer. What do they want to say to you? I feel unclear about where we stand. All right, but I'm trying to move on, but they haven't done that successfully. But that new chapter energy for me, Cancer, is like, I do want a new beginning, or I want a fresh start, or I want to open up to you. I want to see where this goes, because your situation with this person is going to be different for all of you. And unworthy, you're a better person than I am. Yeah, and I do see that. Like, I do kind of feel like they're kind of trying to better themselves here to make themselves feel a little bit better. Let's see at the soul level what they want to say to you. Our connection still affects me. So Cancer, this person, again, they know where you are. They know what you're up to. And I feel badly for the way I treated you. You didn't deserve that. Ain't that the truth? So there is something they do feel guilty here for. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. Anything they need to know about this connection? Anything they need to know about this connection? Integrity. So it's now up to you. Does this situation align with your values and your morals? Someone is secretly yearning for you. Yeah, this person wants you, wants this way more than you realize. You're about to get an apology. And this person is unable to give you all you deserve. I think that's the big question here. Can they actually give you what you want and you need? And at the soul level, you're seeing this connection as Empress in reverse. Right now, I'm not so sure. They've got to come through. They've got to come through with something different, meeting you where you are. Because I don't see my Cancers really waiting around here. Look at that. Someone's going through an awakening. I think you are, but I think this person is as well. I think your energy is really, really affecting this person, Cancer. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what advice and guidance Spirit has for you here with the grounded response. Advice and guidance for my Cancers, please. You are still whole. This moment doesn't diminish your worth. And in fact, I think a lot of my Cancers, this moment, this connection, what's going on right now is you stepping into your worth. Allow yourself to receive. You don't need to earn basic care. I like this card because, Cancer, it tells me too, like you may have realized that you were doing more than your fair share of emotional labor here. And when you pulled back to match this person's energy, I think that the fact that they weren't trying that hard or they weren't giving as much has become more than obvious. And not only just for you, but for them as well. All right, and Spirit's saying, trust what's stable. What's meant for you won't require constant tension. Yeah, and there may have been tension here. And it may have started to really wear on you, Cancer. Right now is a time for you to observe what they do, how they come towards you. And it's not a time to necessarily interpret. Right now, you're just meant to watch. Watch and see what this person does, because it feels like it's their turn to act. All right, my lovely Cancers, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.